Internet money is a weird thing. The other day, I saw a post on Instagram talking about how Spotify is a company that is worth $50 billion, but they only pay their artists $0.0039 per stream. Now, I can't find that post, but I found an Instagram post that probably been up already. But the thing is, if you just look at the money, right? If you look at $50 billion compared to $0.00039, that's a big difference. But if you think about it logically, how it could actually work, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's three. That's 39% of a cent per stream that you get on Spotify. That's around $3.90 for a CPM equivalent of YouTube. And I'm going to use my own analytics and give an example right here. There should be a screenshot somewhere. But yesterday, I had 1,400 views on my channel. On that same day, I made $4.39. So if I'm not going to take that 1,400 number because YouTube doesn't show monetized playbacks anymore, but if it was monetized views, I could only assume, for a while my channel had a lot of copyright claimed videos. All the videos that are new aren't, so I would make money on most of them. Say some people don't get ads, some people have ad blockers, so let's just say 1,200 is a safe bet for how much money or how many monetized views I had that day. 1,200 monetized views, $4.39. That'd be somewhere. That'd be like $3.66 as a CPM. So basically, per 1,000 views, per 1,000 monetized views, I'm making $3.66 on an average day. I've had better days, I've had worse days when it comes to views. And obviously, it's not the longest of videos. Like, obviously, you make more CPM, you make more ad revenue if it's over 10 minutes because you get mid-roll ads. You make less when it's shorter because there's less, ad potential to be put on your video. But really, right around average is probably somewhere between $2 and $5 for most people. Obviously, there are going to be outliers, people that make no money because everything is like age restricted, and then there's people like the 100 million subscriber kids channels that get like $10 per per thousand. But basically, this is just a video of me complaining about people on Twitter, and I've already tried to use like some factual evidence to back up my statements, basically saying that they're wrong. And to get into it, one of the main hashtags that I see going around is hashtag a quarter per stream. That's a lot of money. Think about a quarter per view on YouTube, because I'm going to be using YouTube as the kind of comparison, because I myself, this is my second channel, main channel. I have 1,500 subscribers. Go subscribe if you want to. It's Seahawks content. This is basically my channel, talking about whatever I want, playing games, doing whatever I want, really more personality based stuff. So, main channel, I'm monetized, right? I make money, not great money, not insane money. My average CPM, like I said, is $3.66, and I mean, you take that, right? My YouTube channel is monetized. I have a bit of knowledge about internet money. I did make money in 2016 and 2015 when I was like 13, right? I made a GTA glitch video because I used to do like glitches in, NBA 2K, GTA 5, and any other game that you could do like glitches that would either, break the game or just be fun. So I did those, right? I got $9 on a video that got 7,000 views. So I mean, not an amazing CPM, because I mean, obviously that's like barely over $1 per 1,000. But the CPM was way lower before YouTube enacted their kind of requirements to be able to be monetized. For anyone who doesn't know, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and then you can apply to be eligible for monetization. And then if you get accepted, you're eligible, and then you make money from then on with ads put on your video. And so like I said, the example, $3.66 as a CPM. That would be lower than this example that these people are talking about, because they said $0.0039, which is 39% of a cent. Mine would be 36.6% of a cent. So my CPM is lower than this, and they make music. I make videos. They're two different things, obviously, but I'd say music has more kind of re-streaming potential. Like, if Tyler the Creator puts out whatever that Earthquake on his newest album, right, and he gets millions and millions of streams, right, and say PewDiePie puts out a video on YouTube and he gets millions of views. I think Tyler the Creator is guaranteed to get more on that one thing than PewDiePie is to get more to get on his one video. So basically, what I'm saying is, songs and music have a lot more replay potential. Like, I myself have had, there's been a ton of songs I've listened to hundreds of times, and I mean, I personally gave that person probably like, I don't know, 30 cents. But what I'm saying is, I've listened to different songs hundreds of times, right? Certain songs I've listened to a ton, but I've never watched a single YouTube video more than like 3 times. Like, sometimes you want to go back and rewatch some of the old classic videos that are just super funny and you've kind of forgotten about them. But the thing is, you're never going to be like watching a PewDiePie video that he put out and then the next day you're like, man, I love that video. Let me just watch that like 5 more times today, because you can't. Music, you can listen to it over and over again because it's more of it's shorter form, and it's not kind of anything you have to pay attention to visually. You can listen to music, do other things, but basically what I'm saying, different content but similar pay. And one other thing to basically enhance the comparison of similar pay is that the YouTube ad revenue split between Google and its creators. Google takes 45%. The creators get 55% of ad revenue on their videos in the term of AdSense. And for what I've seen, Spotify actually is 55% to the creator as well. So basically, what this is saying is that the creator on both of these platforms makes more than the actual business does. Obviously, the business makes more overall because they're getting the 45% from millions and millions and millions of people, but the single creator on that one ad, on that one stream, they get more than the company on that single stream for that single person. So the thing is, if I myself have a $3.66 CPM, that's 36% of a dollar or of a cent. That means that YouTube isn't even making a cent off of that single view. They're probably making 70% of a cent, and I'm taking 36% of that. So this hashtag that's going around on Twitter, a quarter per stream, it can't happen. And then I saw a lot of people in response to that, like, oh, maybe a quarter is a bit too much. I love a quarter per stream, but maybe that's a bit too much. What about a cent per stream? And that's still too much too, because obviously, for my example, even if for 1 cent per stream to happen, you would need a $10 CPM. There are probably channels that have that because people want, like, ad placers want to buy ads and put it on their channel. Because, like, say those like millions and millions of subscribers kids channels where they're like, oh, young impressionable people are going to be watching this, parents that are going to be watching this, let's put our diapers on this 2-year-old's channel. And I mean, they pay a premium because, I mean, that's basically just instant money back. But the average person on YouTube, probably even PewDiePie, doesn't even make a cent per view. I mean, he could make more. I would assume he makes less because he makes relatively edgy content. But basically, for YouTube to be able to pay the average person 1 cent per stream as like a minimum, 1 cent per stream or 1 cent per view, they would have to make what, like $1.45 or a cent and a half on each view, which I don't think any single person is going to be paying that. Like, no company or no ad placer is going to just, mass ads going to change from, here, I'll pay you 70% of a cent or I'll double it. No, you're not going to get double the revenue. You need more than double of what the average revenue is right now per view to even get close to $1 or 1 cent. I just keep on messing that up. To get close to a cent, you need more than double what the average CPM is now. And the thing is, you can't do that. I don't think advertisers are ever going to be spending double what they are now. I mean, maybe one day, but I don't think anytime soon. So obviously, from that, a cent per stream is over, like way over what the expectation would be. A quarter per stream, if a cent isn't going to happen anytime soon, what makes people think a quarter is going to happen? Because if you think about it, if we were to use a quarter, right? Here's my phone. I'm going to do the math right now. Say the last month, not month, but like the time that I've been monetized. So from June 22nd to what's today? The 12th of July. That's, I don't know, like 20 days, 24 days, something like that, 22 days. But let's just say, basically, let's just guess that I got like 1,200 a day. Let's just say, 24,000, because I don't feel like doing the math, times 0.25. That's what would be a quarter per view. That's $6,000. YouTube could never pay that much to someone getting 20,000 views a month. Like, oh my, and you multiply that by 12, that's $72,000 a year that you'd make for being one of the lowest possible people to make money on YouTube. Because I'm basically, like, I'm above the bare minimum, but there are people that are higher, there are people that are lower that are actually monetized. So say someone who has just barely over 1,000 subscribers, barely over 4,000 hours of watch time, they're getting a couple hundred views per video, then say they get 10,000 views in a month. That's still like $2,000. That's way too much money. I just, it baffles me. Like, obviously, I'm no businessman. I'm no crazy business guy. I don't know everything about economy. I don't know anything about business, really. But, like, when I look at it myself, I think from a general standpoint, not just, I would like to have this money. I think of it as a general, like, but for both sides. I mean, I'd love to make 25 cents per view. That would be amazing. I'd literally be able to have this as a full-time job right now, basically. But that would never happen. You have to think of it from YouTube's standpoint. They're not even making a cent per view off of you. Nor can they give you 100% of that cent. They give you 55%. They're already giving you the majority of the money per view, per person, because they know they have millions of people that they're going to gain the revenue from and make a lot because they're giving, whatever. But if you think of it from both sides, like, obviously people want more money, but these companies can't pay you more money. They can't pay you money that they're not getting. I'm not someone who's super corporate. I don't care about politics. I don't want anything to do with politics. I think that, corporate, they give us a lot. They give us a lot, obviously. And, like, if you look at Spotify, if they're paying you 55% of their revenue per stream, and they're only paying you 39% of a cent, you have to take that as the fact that they're not even making a cent themselves. They're making less than you are per stream. Obviously they have more people, same thing with YouTube, but like you can't expect people to give you money that they don't have. Spotify doesn't have what would it be, 50 cents per stream to be able to give you half of that. They never will. So it's just outlandish to me that people can just kind of collectively think this way, because I mean, it makes sense that people will see 25 cents per stream. That could be a possibility, but it can't be a possibility. But people are being told that it's a possibility from people with more followers than them, people with more kind of, more kind of status than them, higher status than them. So they basically just say, man, this is a possibility. Why doesn't Spotify do it? And I think that's the difference between Spotify and YouTube. People on YouTube, especially now that YouTube is basically, they have requirements. I don't know what Spotify's like. I don't do music. But now that YouTube has the requirements to actually make money, people that actually meet those requirements and start making money, they have a general understanding of how internet money and YouTube money works. I assume Spotify is kind of like, hey, you put out this music, you can make money after you put it out. But then I think you've never seen people on YouTube complain about, oh, why don't we make more money per view? Because it's not. People understand that. I think people on YouTube understand a little bit more about internet money than people on Spotify, and that's nothing against people on Spotify. I think it's just a thing of having to know more, because to make it on YouTube, you have to understand how YouTube money works, and it's not even to make it on YouTube. To even want to make it on YouTube, you have to know how the YouTube money works. Like me, before I started making videos, I literally researched for like weeks, like how YouTube money works. So you have to know not to get your hopes up. Like YouTube, you start a YouTube channel, you start getting views, you're like, man, look at this. Like I had a video get 10,000 views. I made $0 because I didn't meet the requirements. And then once I started meeting the requirements, I got views and I was like, man, I'm getting a lot of views. But then guess what? I didn't make a ton of money, because there's not a ton of money to be given to me, and I knew that. I didn't expect to make a ton of money because I got 4,000 views one day. I didn't expect to make $10,000 because I got 4,000 views. I didn't expect that money. I gave myself reasonable expectations. I think people on Spotify, they are like, man, I put a lot of effort into this, and people on YouTube are probably like, man, I put a lot of effort into this. I didn't really. I'm just talking, really. This has been super long, and I'm sorry, but basically, overall, if I'm gonna finish this off, people want to be paid more money per stream on Spotify, and people on YouTube don't care, because I think people on YouTube understand how YouTube money works more than people on Spotify understand how Spotify money works. But both YouTube and Spotify are very comparable, as they both give 55% of the ad revenue to their creators. So the thing is, people want more money from Spotify. Spotify can't give them more money, because Spotify, unless they make more ad money from them, they cannot possibly give them a certain amount of money per stream. So basically, I believe it's very uneducated to be saying that Spotify is a corrupt business because they won't give you 25 cents per stream. I think that I think that these people that are saying this I think they should do a little bit of research. I mean, I have nothing against these people. I bet they're good people. They believe in themselves. They think they work hard, and they probably do work hard, and they want more money and more compensation for it. But I think that for trying to make money on the internet, you have to have more reasonable expectations. You can't expect to make a ton of money just because, look, I put so much effort into this. You have to, like, PewDiePie makes enough money to sustain himself and his future kids for decades and for generations probably. But someone like me who has 1,500 subscribers on their main channel and it gets like $100 per month maybe, I'm not going to be able to sustain myself, nor would I be able to sustain anyone else. So basically, this is it. I've been talking for 18 minutes, and I've really just been complaining this whole time. So I'm going to end this one off and basically just say, I mean, have reasonable expectations for anything in life. If you want to start YouTube, my God, just do it. Start doing YouTube. If you want to make money and put it on Spotify, put your money on, make music, put it on Spotify, put it on Spotify. Just do what you want to do. Don't expect to make thousands of dollars when you're small. Maybe, don't get your hopes up, because that's when you get discouraged. Like, if I myself was as soon as I got monetized, thought, man, I'm going to be making thousands, I'm going to be able to live off this is my job now, then I would have already given up, because once I started making money, and I've done a whole month of this while being monetized, and I'm not even at $100 yet. Well, it's not been a month, it's been 20 days. But basically, don't get your expectations too high. Set reasonable expectations, set reasonable goals, do what you enjoy. Don't do it for the money, do it for your enjoyment. The money comes second. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Subscribe if you're new. Go follow me on Twitch. Go subscribe to my main channel if you like sports. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.